Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. And this watch is a rare thing made more so. There are not many Bethune DB28 Maxichronos. This one, with a distinctive combination of blackened zirconium lugs, rose gold case, and a sort of black tulip dial, is believed to be one of only two made to this specification. So let's get started with the dimensions. It's 46 in diameter, but don't let that scare you. It doesn't wear like a 46. From lug tip to lug tip, this is actually on the shorter set of lugs, 50.5 millimeters when fully extended. These ergonomic patented spring-loaded floating lugs collapse to about 47.5 when they are fully compressed. So this will fit a broad range of wrists. Although it is 46 in diameter, it's only 12.7 millimeters thick, and then there's a 26 millimeter spacing between the lugs. So while it is a broad watch, it's also a flat watch, and because of the short lug-to-lug dimension, this actually wears just fine on my 16-centimeter wrist. It will easily fit under a cuff. There'll be no trouble in that regard. You can even see down the barrel. Although it's out to the edge of my wrist, it's not beyond. This is actually a fit here, so 16-centimeter circumference wrists and up. The strap is high-grade, honey colored, with a large rectangular symmetrical scale alligator pattern that is not real. The calf skin is. We use these for shipping straps in between continents because of CITES treaties. Rest assured, we can get you the real deal if you want it. I actually think the durability of the synthetic gator is a little bit more desirable to me, but rest assured, if you want this strap and the gator, the real gator, you can get both. You can see it's made by Jean Rousseau of Paris, which is the OEM strap supplier to Bethune and FP Journe. So oddly, it's still a hand-stitched, hand-cut, handmade strap, just the gator is not real, but the hand craftsmanship is. At Bethune, buckles generally match the design of the watches to which they're affixed. So the DB25s, the 28s, they all have their own buckle styles. Even the 21, the 24, the 22, they had their own style of shingle-like buckle. So whereas a lot of brands have just one buckle design, if they even have a brand-specific buckle, Bethune has different buckles for different models, and this one matches the combination of black DLC zirconium with rose gold. Taking a look here, you can see that we've got a case with these floating lugs, as they're called, and these first debuted in 2008 on the DB26 perpetual calendar before achieving immortality of sorts on the 2010 DB28, the watch that won the GPHG Aiguille d'Or a year later in 2011. So this is part of that family of Aiguille d'Or winners, and probably the most distinctive feature of the 28s is going to be these lugs, because there's a lot about this watch that's not like the other 28s. A little primer, though, on Bethune history. You can see these ogival or bullet tips on the ends of the lugs. That's a styling element that's been present on almost all Bethune watches. Not all, but almost all through its history, and it goes back to the very first product made by the company, the DB1 chronograph of 2002. So these are scratch-resistant DLC blackened zirconium lugs. Then we have a rose gold case. Rolling around to the dial side, you can see we've got double knurling, and this is a coaxial crown. So the trigger for the monopusher chronograph is coaxial with the crown. It's unbranded because Denis Flageolet, the classicist founder and watchmaking lead creative at Bethune, he likes to honor the classics, and even in the early wristwatch era in general, crowns would not be branded, and in the pocket watch era it was almost unheard of. Rolling around, we have a domed crystal over a dial that more than anything really does sort of approximate the look of a black tulip in bloom to me. Some describe this as a slate dial, a gray dial, a brown dial, a gray dial. I just don't see it. I see a little bit of an undertone of red that gives it the look of a very, very dark violet. We've got a lot of different focal planes. We've got a lot of dial furniture, including these applique numerals, modified Breguet style hands for the minutes and the hours, and then the Maxichrono concept, which debuted on this model, and the DB29 Maxichrono tourbillon in 2014. It includes three coaxial hands. The uppermost is for chronograph seconds, and then we have this centrally mounted chronograph minutes display, so 60 minutes radially indicated. And although it's not super easy to see, you can just make out underneath the hour hand here. In fact, let's do this. You can see the chronograph hour hand, which sits just below there. So that's a 24-hour indicator on the innermost scale. So 5 coaxial hands, that is the Maxichrono concept. 30 meters water resistant, so dress watch water resistance. You don't want to go swimming with it, but it is a sporty watch for daily use. It's not designed to be something that comes out only occasionally. Now you can see the extent of the decoration on the caliber DB28, really surpassing. Bridge is entirely mirror polished, skeletonized, and then externally and internally beveled with broad rounded bevels. You could see snailing, you could see polish, you could see satination, and all of this on a 30mm twin barrel manual wind 5-day power reserve movement. It's got a 5 Hz beat rate, so 36,000 vibrations per hour like a Zenith El Primero, and the patented elements include the twin barrels, which are self-adjusting and cannot accidentally be overwound. It's a manual wind watch, but you cannot overwind it. It has 3 separate column wheels that function simultaneously, actuating 3 separate clutches. So you have a vertical clutch for seconds, a oscillating pinion for minutes, and then a conventional lateral clutch for hours, a clutch that is specific to each type of drive. And with 3 separate trains, you help to reduce the impact on balance amplitude. So it's an interesting concept in terms of how it displays the time, but the underlying use of 3 clutches and 3 drivetrains to the chronograph functions is also distinctive. The column wheels are perfectly synchronized so that when you operate the chronograph, it's super crisp, but also it feels like one really sharp column wheel, not a series of staggered actuations. They are perfectly simultaneous and coordinated. We have a full balance bridge with interesting use of Inca block on a de Bethune watches. Normally it's triple parachute, but Denis Flageolet believed that it was more important to firmly anchor the oscillator in place in this application. So we have Inca block shock protection and a full balance bridge for better shock resistance. We also have that beat rate of 36,000 vibrations per hour. So if you break down what's possible on the fractional second scales, you can actually resolve 1/10 of a second with this watch. The movement is elaborately decorated, and as you can see, it is decorated to the nth degree. Grubel 4C chronograph watches do no better. And you could see some of the elements like the black polishing of the chronograph bridge with the rounded edges, polished screw heads with chamfered slots in circumference. Going beneath the superstructure of the upper bridges, you could see the chronograph components in steel with brushed tops and polished locating pegs to locate springs and levers on underlying structures. A truly spectacular watch that lives up to the legend of its low-volume maker. It is a tremendously imaginative and, frankly, very intuitive chronograph, as it's simply easy to read. 3 coaxial, centrally mounted chronograph hands. So if you love this watch, there's a lot to love. Reach out to Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase and pricing details. One last interesting detail, though you can't easily see it. A silicon escape wheel of de Bethune's own design is deployed on this movement to reduce the total oscillating mass and also reduce the need for service and detention, so less maintenance due to the silicon escape wheel. Again, reach out to Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.